What's up? This is Ryan with Planet Cheapskate. In this video, we're going to be talking all about the difference between a buyer's market and a seller's market, which market we're currently in, and what the typical offer involves in each particular market. Also, be sure to stick around because I'm going to be revealing 4 loan hacks at the end of this video that will help you get your offer accepted in any market we happen to be in. But first, I'd just like to take a very brief moment to personally invite you to subscribe and join our community. I do a home loan rate update every Friday going into the weekend, along with a new video every Thursday helping you manage through the world of real estate and home loans. And also, when you do subscribe, be sure to hit that little bell and it'll alert you whenever I release fresh content. Now, with all that out of the way, let's dive right in. So when you are shopping for your new home, I'm sure you have come across people using the terms buyer's market or seller's market when discussing real estate. What in the world are they talking about? Well, allow me to explain. When people are mentioning the terms buyer's market or seller's market, they're referring to which side of the transaction in general has the upper hand or leverage in the purchase negotiations. The real estate market, much like most markets, is affected by the economic principle of supply and demand. So in a buyer's market, there may be a couple different things at play. First, there may not be very many buyers in the market, creating low demand, and this will directly affect the supply of houses. It will cause the market to be flooded with homes for sale. And finally, it'll affect home prices as they will be forced to stabilize or reduce their price to compete for the limited buyers. This is considered a buyer's market because the buyers are in control of this market and get to pick their home and the best terms for them. Now, the seller's market, which we are experiencing currently in 2021, is like this. First off, there's a ton of demand from buyers interested in purchasing homes. The homes in supply may be very low from the high number of buyers, as well as people staying in their homes longer because of not wanting to compete in the market. And this will cause home prices to soar as the flood of buyers are competing for a limited number of homes on the market. And what I've just described here is a seller's market because with a ton of buyers to choose who to sell their home to, the seller gets to pick from multiple buyers at their best terms. So currently in the middle of 2021, we are in an extreme seller's market. There are very low amounts of homes for sale and an insane amount of buyers in the market for homes. Builders are not building homes at the frequency needed as raw materials and prices have soared. So unless current homeowners are placing their home up for sale, there isn't much added inventory of houses hitting the market. More and more potential buyers are entering the market as they are returning to work post-pandemic and looking for housing. Now, the forecast may improve for buyers, however, with the expiration of the foreclosure memorandum in July. Now, this could cause homeowners who may have been hanging on to their homes to finally list them before the foreclosure proceedings can be finalized. And another development that could help is the discontinuation of forbearance or deferment options through the lenders. Without these options, some of the individuals who had been holding off from selling a home they no longer can financially maintain may be further motivated to list their homes. So during a typical buyer's market, the home buyers can typically expect to split their closing costs with the seller by way of seller credit. Title fees are almost always split half and half regardless of the market. Buyers can be very, very picky regarding repairs and other renovation credits in a buyer's market. Sellers will typically entertain any offer that comes through in a buyer's market, and good deals can often be found frequently in this market. The typical offer during a buyer's market will also have some sort of a home warranty paid for by the seller. Buyers can be very picky on the offer they make and the home they pursue, sometimes even requesting non-permanent items from the home such as couches, curtains, patio furniture, and so forth. On the contrary, during a seller's market, you shouldn't expect any help with the closing costs. Title fees are still typically split, but they may not be if you have a savvy seller on your hands. Sellers can get really choosy with the offers and will typically prefer conventional financing over any sort of government type loan. I'm going to make a video on this in the future on how you can combat this if you must go FHA, VA, or USDA in this market. So keep a watch out for that. Now, another common occurrence during a seller's market is sellers not wanting to lift a finger to do any sort of repairs or renovation on the home. If the appraisal requires work to be done, expect a negotiation battle on the part of the sellers to avoid as much cost as possible. The sellers pretty much have their way in this market. So as promised, 4 loan hacks that will get your offer accepted regardless of the market that we're in. And the number one thing I believe get your offer accepted is if you wrote it up in the contract that you will purchase the home in an as-is state. which just means that you will not be requesting any repairs, and if anything that is not considered health and safety comes back as required on the appraisal, then you will be taking care of the cost of it. Sellers absolutely love these types of offers because these repairs and appraisal requirements can get very, very expensive and eat a huge hole into their equity. The second thing to look for is how many days the home has been on the market. If you're needing to find a deal in a seller's market, then this is where the deals will be made. Find a home that has a high number of days on the market, figure out why it hasn't sold, and if it's something you can live with, then make an offer on it. The third thing to do is what is called an escalation clause on your offer, all the way up to the next highest documented offer. What this does is tell the listing agent that you are willing to offer over the highest offer up to a set amount. The listing agent and seller would need to agree to this type of an offer, as they would need to provide evidence that the higher offer actually did come in. And lastly, if you are able to qualify for both FHA and conventional, but FHA is a better fit, then submit 2 pre-approvals with your offer, one for FHA and one for conventional. In our current market, one reason sellers are going with conventional borrowers over FHA is because they believe FHA borrowers may not be as financially sound. So by submitting both pre-approvals, you are letting them know, yes, I am a good borrower, but FHA is just a better fit for me financially. So there you have it, everything you need to know about buyers and sellers markets, along with 4 loan hacks that will get your offer accepted in any market we happen to be in. Please leave a comment below if I missed anything or you have a question. I'd love to hear from you. And if you gained value or knowledge from this video, do me a favor and smash that like button so more people just like you can see this information. And if you like this video, I'd like to invite you to watch one of my other videos. Over here, I walk you through the complete home buying process step by step. And over here, YouTube has determined that you may enjoy this video. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, best of luck.